Warriors! I was going to say live at 5, live at 4 p.m. in Arizona. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Very, very important, Warriors. It's coming at us fast and furious. And there's a Senate bill right now that they snuck in something about cryptocurrency brokerage that could kill cryptocurrency. So follow along, Warriors. We're going to follow the FUD narrative, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So just want to say thank you to you guys. My microphone might be a little bit off, so I'm going to be home with my son for a couple days here. So I'll be going over to the studio and getting my studio equipment set up here. So do apologize for the audio that may be off just a moment. I'll be going over to my studio and setting it up live here in my home. So welcome, everybody. I like doing these live shows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go quickly over the news, and then I'll open it up for some questions. But I just want to thank you guys very, very much for everything you're doing for the community here. I want to thank you for the likes, the comments, everything you've been doing for us. And I got some great news. We've had some great guests on our channel. We had the Bearable Bull. We had Waters Above Crypto. We had the Genie on. We've had so many amazing things. We had Quincy Jones. And I got another special guest coming up for you Tuesday. A lot of you guys like, know, and trust her very, very much. But Crypto Wendy is coming on Tuesday, and it is going to be remarkable. So we got some other special guests coming up. I'll be making another announcement next week. So let me know who your favorite crypto YouTubers are, and I'm going to work to get them on our channel. My goal and mission is I'm not a maximalist in XRP, Bitcoin, any of it. I love XRP. You guys know that. I'm an ex-banker, okay? But I don't get caught up in narratives of left or right, up or down certain cryptocurrencies. I'm about bringing the community together, to helping each other to learn how to fish, coming together to create freedom, free in our dome, so we can live in a free environment, so we can find heaven on earth and truly live in the environment that I'm living in now. So I have complete financial freedom. Where I'm at right now, my son needs to come home. I went and picked him up. I'm here with my son right now. I can leave at any moment, and I have complete control of my life. So I don't live in the just over broke system. So that's my whole mission. So I'm going to keep bringing people from all different walks of life in the crypto space, in the financial space. And also I'm very excited and honored that I will be mentoring with, I'm a mentee now of a very high level person that you guys has dealt with the likes of people you know, like, and trust out there in the financial space. So my whole role is being open and honest with you guys and building my own self into generational wealth. And as I build myself into generational wealth, I'll be taking my whole Warrior Academy with me. So you can click the link down below. You can join in the description down here. So let's go ahead and get it started. So there's some crazy news out there. There's a Senate bill, which is really interesting. And I always tell you guys, if you know the game, remember, you can't be played. So if you know the game, Warriors, you can't be played. So let me repeat that one more time. If you know the game, you can't be played. So I got this email from Kraken. Okay, I want to share this email with you guys, and then we're going to break down the Senate bill. Now, this is how it works. You're sound asleep at night, and they throw out a Senate bill. The Senate bill is really interesting. The Senate bill is an infrastructure bill. It's about roads, it's about housing, and they throw in there on page 2,334, I think it is, this brief thing about brokerage and digital assets. They just sneak this little thing in there. No wonder our channel gets shadow banned all the time. They sneak this little thing in there around cryptocurrency and digital assets and brokerage. And so I got this email from Kraken. I want to read it to you guys, and I'm sure many of you have Kraken. This doesn't have any personal stuff on it, right? Okay, perfect. So it says, hi, the U.S. Senate is beginning. I didn't have to say that. Hi. I'll crack myself up. The U.S. Senate is beginning its final deliberation of a must-pass bipartisan infrastructure bill. However you feel about the bill, a few senators have included language that has nothing to do with the infrastructure. And the language could crush the crypto industry if passed and signed into law. The bill would dramatically expand U.S. government surveillance over the entire crypto ecosystem. Fortunately, Senators Wyden, Toomey, Loomis have introduced amendments, which is awesome, which I'm going to show you the actual amendment here. A definition of broker doesn't apply to the open source software. So this is pretty cool. You can actually call this number right here. Here, sweetie, I'll have to do this later. I'm live right now. I'll have to do that later. Okay, sweetie? Thank you, sweetheart. So basically, you can call this number right here, and you can reach out to the senators and share your support for this, okay? You can contact your lawmakers now. So this is the phone number right here. I wanted to leave this up for just a moment. So basically, what I wanted to share with you guys is knowing the game, right? There's these infrastructure bills that are being sent out, or that was sent out, and just kind of just online. I mean, unless you read these things, right, you're not going to know these things. So let's take a little bit deeper dive. So you got the number there. It's 517-200-9518. And I saw some people in the comments have already reached out to their senator. So thank you for that. Okay. So bipartisan infrastructure bill inches through Senate as Schumer pledges to stay until it passes. The Senate has voted on a string of amendments of a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure plan as a majority leader, Chuck Schumer, tries to pass the bill this week. Schumer wants to pass both the infrastructure legislation and budget resolutions that set the stage for Democratic spending plan before the chamber leaves in August recess. The infrastructure bill includes $550 billion in new spending on transportation, broadband, and utility systems, right? Okay, so the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill was crawling through Senate on Wednesday as a majority leader, Chuck Schumer, pledged to delay the chamber's August break until it passes. The Senate resumed votes on multiple amendments and plan on Wednesday's afternoon, the New York Democratic said. Schumer aims to approve the final legislation this week before he starts a process for Democrats to pass a separate $3.5 trillion investment in social programs and climate measures. None of this talks about crypto. It's an infrastructure bill. So if you dive in here, if you take a little bit look here, I think this was posted today, August 3rd, excuse me. It says infrastructure bill threatens cryptocurrency ecosystem. Why is crypto being targeted with more tax reporting burdens, okay, than traditional finance? Now, one thing that's important in Biden's plan, there was a don't quote me on this, was a $28 billion tax plan for cryptocurrency. Okay, so we can look at the tough side of that, and we can look at the good side of that. Remember, 45% of the wealth is tied up in 35% of the population, which is the baby boomers, which I'm going to be taking you guys down that path as I just got leveled up to a whole nother level in regards to a mentee program, I'm mentoring. And I'm going to have this gentleman on my channel weekly, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys where we're heading to build generational wealth. The multimillionaires and billionaires aren't doing what the normal people in finance, going to see your financial advisor at your bank. They're not doing that type of stuff. They have a totally different infrastructure of how they do their finances, right? So this is really important to understand, okay? So this was snuck in there, right? Since 2011, the traditional brokerage firms have been required to report capital gains as losses to the government and send a 1099 tax form to individual customers. Yet a comparison of the tax reporting requirements for traditional brokers and the broad language that would govern crypto in this bill show the latter provisions are far more extensive and intrusive in both definition of a broker and the information that must be reported. So the thing, I think that's why Kraken is sending this out. It's really changing the infrastructure of what a broker is, right? So that would affect the exchanges, okay? So this is pretty cool. So Senator files a crypto broker amendment to the infrastructure bill after industry backlash. So on August 4th, which is today, I believe, right? An amendment to the infrastructure bill introduced by Senator Ron or Wyden, I can't, you know me in names, pronounce their names, doesn't really matter, would provide clarity on the term broker doesn't apply to miners, stakers, or software developers. So what's happening is this bill pushes on they're defining as like the miners, stakers, and software developers are considered a broker, which doesn't even make any sense. So it's putting more pressure on the crypto space than it does on the normal financial space. Does that make sense? So if we go right here, I think let me go back here. I can tell you guys, show you the exact page here. Give me a second. I think it's on page, give me a second here. It's on page 2434. Okay, so let's take a look at this ourselves. Let's read this jargon. 2434. Or 2. There's my dyslexia right there. You guys are seeing it in action right here. What is it? 2. You all right, buddy? 2434. Uh-oh. All right, guys. I got to head off. My son just got hurt. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I got to be a dad right now. I love you guys. Warriors, rise. Love you guys.